Yo, what's up everyone? It's been a while since I've been able to get myself to film another video, and I don't know why. I swear August was one of the most I'm in a rut places I've been in a while. I mean, I didn't do nothing. I mean, I had some client work to do, whatever, but for my own self, like could not get myself to film a video for some reason. There was one day where I was sort of feeling it and I thought I was going to film. I went out for a walk and I think I even filmed something during that walk, but it never made it into a full video. And I don't know what's different today other than it's my birthday. And I don't know, that just sort of spurred in me like, let's get this show on the road, shall we? And gee, it is hot in here. I need to... So yeah, what was I saying? I kind of want to make this video about not being afraid of getting older. I turned 39 today, and for a lot of people that is super old. And if you would have asked my 20-year-old self, like how old is 39? I would have probably said you're halfway in the grave or something. But I'm pretty excited to tell you that it's nothing like that. Getting old is not as bad as you might think. Getting old is not as bad as they make it out to be. I don't think I really regret getting old. I mean, even physically, I don't really feel old. Okay, so getting old is not as bad as they all make it out to be. I mean, get this. You may think that you have nothing to look forward to, or I mean, that's what my 20-year-old self would have thought. Like at that age, your life is done. You don't have anything to do, anything to look forward to. But I don't like personally feel old, if that's a thing. There might be people way older than me watching this. And I know there are some of my viewers are a lot older than me, maybe even almost twice as old as me. Well, there might be at least one I know of. But anyway, so let me put it this way. There are some things that are actually better when you're old. When I was like in my 20s, I had a lot of anxiety-ish things. The general feeling of not knowing where your life is going to go, and like the world around you and society telling you got to figure out what you're going to do with the rest of your life, and you got like 10 minutes to figure it out because you're 20 now or whatever, and you gotta get going, go to the races because you gotta get that shit figured out. And there's like pressure to do that. And like when you're a little bit older, you realize that there actually is no pressure. Like you have so much more time to figure things out. Like if you're 20 something right now and you think people are telling you you have to figure out where to go or figure out your life right now, that is total bullshit. Don't let yourself get pressured into any of that. You have enough time. Like even if what you're doing now turns out to be like not a bit of what you want to do, like when are you going to figure that out? 2 or 3 years in? And you're still like what, 23, 25, whatever? You're gonna figure it out, shift gears, do something else. Don't let anyone pressure you into thinking that whatever you've achieved by 21, 22, 23, or whatever 20-ish age you are is gonna set you in your ways for the rest of your life, and there's no way to get out of it. That is total bullshit in my mind. And I mean, if you're at that young age, just experiment. Like, how would you know what you want to do for the rest of your life if all you've seen in your life was you went to school, you stopped doing school, and now someone's like, yeah, you got this figured out, right? You know what you're going to do for the rest of your life because you have zero experience in anything else. But sure, you're gonna know just the right thing without even trying anything out. Seems bullshit? That's because it is. Do you know how a lot of people will tell you like, oh, don't get fed up at school because school is the best time in your life. You're gonna look back on school and you're gonna regret not being in school anymore because you didn't appreciate it. Because being in school is like the easiest, best time of your life. Nah. Like in hindsight, nah. Just no. Because I mean, yes, you have a lot of free time when you're in school, more or less. I mean, you might have a lot of homework or have to study a lot because you're struggling, like getting through school and getting halfway decent grades or whatever, if that's important to your parents. Or, I mean, yeah, good grades help you a little bit here and there, but like depends on which school year you're in. Those grades won't matter shit afterwards. people want to see what you can do, not what grade you got. What I was trying to say is, so while you may have a lot of free time, you may not have a lot of freedom to do the things you want to. You're living under your parents' rules, you're confined to go to school every day, and you might not have the financial freedom to do what you want to do. And when you're older, you do have more control over these things. You'll have probably your own place to live. You can decide what your schedule is going to be. Yeah, I mean, you're going to have to find some job to do or be your own boss. That's also a thing you can do. I mean, come up with your own business and lead that. That'll give you like the ultimate freedom to decide how you want to design your life. What I'm trying to say is, I feel I have a lot more freedoms now that I'm older than with the life I had when I was young. And I wouldn't have thought it would necessarily be that way. And I don't think society even generally lets you onto that. It's usually a sort of boomerish, condescending, looking down on people, saying like, you're in school, this is the best time of your life, like you have it so easy right now. I mean, every generation has had it easier than the previous generation, pretty much since the beginning of mankind. I mean, right? Topic of climate change, maybe changing that in the future, is maybe something for a different video for another time. So stay tuned on that, I guess. And generally, there is also a bit of experience that comes with being older, and that generally lets you be a lot calmer and wiser about life, I think. There are so many less situations that'll get you riled up because you've seen things before. You know, not everything is the end of the world like you may have imagined it to be when you were a teenager. In some situations, like I definitely know I had the one or other event where you just think, oh my God, this is gonna blow up everywhere. I don't know, my life is over moments. And with age, you come to know that, or you can appreciate, not appreciate, but you just know things are not gonna be as bad as they usually are. And even if there are bad things that happen, you have a better understanding of everything around you and how the world works that can give you a clearer and more calm approach to solving those problems. Being 30 is, I know for a lot of people, like oh my God, am I going to be old now moment, but I don't necessarily think you have to feel as old as you are, so to speak. Like if you still enjoy things that you enjoyed as a 20-year-old, and like I still enjoy video games, riding a skateboard, and I still love doing those things, and they don't seem like something I shouldn't be doing anymore or that I'm too old for. I still enjoy them, and I think just how old you are, like in your head, is really in your head. So make yourself out as old as you want to be, so to speak, and just live your life that way, because it's way more enjoyable that way, and there's no need to get bogged down by some measure of calendar years that have passed. The one thing that you need to keep account of when you're getting older is that you will eventually perish. It is something that is inevitable. You will someday die and be gone, unless Elon Musk perfects his Neuralink thing and we all upload ourselves to the cloud or whatever. I don't know about that yet. So let's just assume it's gonna be that way, that one day you're gonna die. You're gonna wanna prepare yourself for that in a sense of, don't regret not doing the things you want to do. Have a bucket list. I know I made one in 2014 and I haven't crossed everything off, and I don't think this is a complete bucket list. It was just something I did one day. And last year I finally managed to go to Wacken Festival. It was the 30-year anniversary, and it was so much fun, and it was on my bucket list for it was 5 years. But what I want to say is, just don't push the things you really want to do off too far. Like if you need to save for them, you need to prepare for them, sure, do that, but don't push it off too far. What I'm trying to say is, have that plan for things you want to do, because you don't want to be on your deathbed or laying somewhere noticing this is going to be the end, and having regrets about not doing thing A, B, or C, and you really wanted to do them. Probably having regrets is one of the worst things you can have. I read somewhere that's the thing most people talk about on their deathbed is the regrets and the things they didn't do. They didn't take that chance when they were younger to, I don't know, start their own business or travel to country X, Y. They always just put it off for another day, and they just regret not having tried things, and they can't go back in time, and that's pretty sad. So what I'm trying to say is make that bucket list, put your dreams on there, and they may seem overwhelming, but take it step by step. Step by step. Ooh, baby. Figure out the little things you can do today or tomorrow to get the first step towards that bucket list item done, and then keep on going. Keep on going until you're there. Cross it off, put on a new thing. Maybe when you cross one thing off, find a new thing you want to put on there. What I want to say is check off those little steps that get you toward those items, and don't end up regretting not having done something, or at least don't regret not even having tried to achieve something. Because maybe it's not possible for you to do whatever you thought of was on that bucket list, but if you actually tried to do it and you know it just didn't work out, that is going to be a way less stressful headache than knowing, what if I actually tried? What if I actually sat down and focused and gave it a shot? So don't let your dreams be dreams. Just do it. Peace out, guys.
Do it! Just do it! Don't let your dreams be dreams.